in this example, here you can see a base class. Here you can see a base class. This base class becomes abstract class. Actually, in yesterday's session, I learned about abstract classes and virtual functions. So one of the point was left, that is abstract class can also have the constructor because of time constraint. And today, let me prove that really abstract class do have the constructor or not. So here is my base class. So base class contains one field. Either you take protected, or you take private, your wish, guys. Suppose I want to take it public. So this is my integer x. Integer x. Okay, this is x value. Fine. And it contains one data member x and also a pure virtual function. Let me add here pure virtual function. This is my pure virtual function, and it contains base class constructor. It contains base class constructor. So this is base class constructor which takes one parameter. So I took here I initialize with the x. Okay, this your class ends. Now this base class contains one constructor. Definitely this class will become a abstract class. This base class will become a abstract class. So this is a abstract class. Okay, this class will become an abstract class. When you come to derived class, derived class or subclass contains some attributes as well as derived class getting the features from base class. Derived class getting the features from base class. Okay, fine. So guys, the derived class contains derived class has parameterized constructor which takes two parameters. One parameter from base class. What are the parameters coming? That is assigned to base class, that is x, and j is initialized with the y. Now contains one function. Contains one functions, and here I can show the message. The message. Just I'm showing the message here. Calling the function. That's it. This is my own function. Okay, guys. So wide. And in the derived class, in the main function, we are trying to create derived class constructor, DC, and derived class constructor. Then you can able to call the functions, guys. Let us see now how can able to work with this feature. I want to prove that really derived class contains the constructor or not. So my day is starting now. So close alt F new source file. So hash include iostream.h. Let me using namespace standard, and let me create here parent class or your own, guys. As a parent class. This is parent class, and parent class contains some constructor and pure virtual function, guys. That's it. And take some variables, integer a, and parent class. Let me initialize the parent class, and here is parent class constructor. And let me take one parameter, integer param p. Here is p, and let me initialize the p. Let me initialize my p with my a initialized with the p. Okay, boss. Fine. So here a initialized with the p. Now let me add one virtual function. So here I'm adding virtual function. Virtual wide. Simply I'm using a function one. Okay, function one, and this is function one. So let me initialize with the 0. So this is pure virtual function, guys. Pure virtual function. Pure virtual functions, and a class which contains virtual functions is called as abstract class. Now this is my abstract class. This my parent class becomes a abstract class. So let me create a child class. So child class, and let me get the features from my super class, that is a public parent class, opening closing curly semicolon. So here is public, and let me create some variables, integer b, and let me get the child class constructor. So child class constructor, this takes two parameters. So integer, I can call here x comma y, integer x comma integer y. I can use here colon, and I can call superclass constructor. So control C, superclass constructor in this fashion. Just we did now. Okay, in this fashion. So I can able to call. Okay, fine, guys. So now superclass, parent class contains one parameter. What's the name? Suppose I'm passing here this one, but here is x. Let me pass here x. This is x. Okay, and the body of my constructor. Now this x is initialized to a. X is initialized to the a. Now let me initialize this b. This b initialized with the y. Okay, guys, fine. This is more than enough. Now I need this function one. I need to override this function one in my subclass. If I don't override, then this child class also will become a abstract class. So see out. So control reach to function one. Function one. That's it. Okay, guys, fine. So let me end the line. You can end the line by using endl also. And see out insertion operator. And let me show the values of. Here is my x. X is, let me show x. One more insertion operator and double quote, comma, and y is colon. So here insertion operator y. So y. Okay, fine. So as we did the logic in my program. Okay, guys. So y and semicolon. Fine. So this is done. So go to main. So integer main. So opening closing parenthesis. So here let me go for get char and let me return the statement return 0, and I need to create a child class reference. Control C, child class reference cc initialize with the child class and pass some values. You can pass statically or you can pass dynamically also. Now cc dot. First of all, let me show the program. So guys, save. Let me save on 15 days CPP only, and here you will get the abstract class constructor. Abstract class constructor. Okay, guys. So cc dot. Let me get your function one. So function one I call. Okay, guys. Fine. This is more than enough. This is more than enough. Control F9. Compiling. Now it's telling that it is telling that in member function expected primary expression int. So I have passed here int, right? It's wrong. I made here. So I don't need here integer. Just I need to pass the variable reference. Control X. So X integer x comma y. Let me check. Here I use here is a and here is b. So guys, let me show the a value. A is a and b is. So I need to show here b, not this local variables. I need to take the help of this b. I need to take the help of this a. Okay, fine. Successfully compiled. Control F10. Control issue the function one properties, and you can see here, guys, abstract class also can have constructors. Abstract class can have constructor also. Okay, fine. Control is to function one, and a is 55 and b is 66. A is 55 and b is 66, guys. In this way, you can able to add the constructor into the abstract class. Okay, fine. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So guys, now after learning this, we shall see about, so here you may get ambiguity, that is ambiguities. So let me use your derived class as it is, Control C, and let me initialize with the Control V in this fashion. Okay, fine. So guys, now it's time to proceed for file handling. File handling in C++. So guys, shall we start file handling? Shall we start file handling?
Yes, sir.
What about others? Actually, I'm expecting all the students to be here.
Yes, sir.
After file handling, we shall proceed for exception handling. Okay. So guys, what is the purpose of file? Before going to understand file handling by using C++ programming, you should know what is the purpose of file. File handling in C++. So before, you should know the need of file handling. Need of file handling, guys. the purpose of file is you can call the storage media. I can able to store my data into the file. Now you can see this is text file. This is the text file. In this text file, I'm capable to store the data into the form of file. What are the nodes I'm providing to you? Those nodes into the form of text file. So what are the other storage media that are available into the apart from the file? Apart from file, all the storage media are available. Suppose I can use the variable. I can use the variable. I can use the variable. I can use the variable to store the data. Suppose I'm trying to store the data into the variable called integer A. Integer A. Now A can able to store the data of type integer 10. But what the problem with this variable? Whenever now if I run the program, now suppose I'm asking in the same program, what I'm trying to do, just to pay attention, guys. Enter first number. Enter first number, right? Now handle scene. Now I need a variables integer. Sums up. I can say p comma q. Okay. So here extraction operator p and p semicolon and just do one thing. Observe, guys. So enter second number. I'm trying to show you what the need of variable here q. So instead of passing static values here, I'm passing p comma q. Okay, fine. Control F9, compile, Control F10. First time I passed 11. Second time I passed 22. What's the problem? So Control C, Control V, Control V, Control S, Control F9, Control F10, 11, 22. Now you can see here, A is 11, B is 22. Again, if I run one more time, Control F10, I enter 44, 55. So whatever the values that I passed earlier, those values I could not store or my program could not store permanently. Are you getting? I can use the variable as a storage media, but the variable stores the data temporarily, but not permanently. Once your software gets closed, once your program gets closed, the value will be vanished. The value will be vanished. So A is 45, B is 55. So again, if I close, again if I enter, again new values will come. Means my intention is to show, my intention is to explain. We can use the variable as a storage media to store a temporary data. Once your software gets closed, once your program gets closed, the memory location contains the variable value will be vanished. So I'm looking for permanent storage. I'm looking for permanent storage. The permanent storage media is I can use file. So file is a storage media for storing data or information. For storing data, or you can call information. I want to store the data permanently onto my storage media, maybe hard disks, maybe some cards, some other storage media. At that time, I can use file. So file represents a storage media for storing data, or you can call informations. How data is stored into the file? So each data is stored into the file of streams. Each data is stored into the file of form of streams. So what is a stream? Stream is nothing but a sequence of bytes. Sequence of byte. Because internally computer don't understand these alphabets, numbers, symbols. It is understanding for human purpose only. Internally, all this data is converted into byte streams. Ones and zero forms. While learning the loops, I explain you the ASCII codes and their equivalent numbers. Those numbers are internally converted into